Thank you so much, Saab. We'll move forward to the Q&A session. I've got a lot of questions, and as far as I remember, you are open to every question. You have always been very open to every question. My first question to you would be from the audience is, would you call the war on terror our war? Would you call the war on terror Pakistan's own war? Do you think it is our own war?
Well, at the moment, yes, indeed, it is our war, because we are subjected to terrorism in Pakistan. Maximum bomb blasts are happening in Pakistan. But if your question is that, did we start it? Is it because of our policies in the past? No, it is the issue of circumstances. That is why I took so long in explaining what all has been happening from 1979 onwards. That we have been there has been religious militancy in Afghanistan, religious militancy in Kashmir, because of circumstances in Afghanistan and Kashmir. The fallout of all that is in Pakistan, where 4 million refugees also came. So therefore, we are a victim of terrorism because of the circumstances and environment in our east, in our west. So therefore, at the moment, yes, indeed, the war on terror, we have to fight for ourselves inside. We have to control terrorism and extremism.
Sir, Al-Qaeda was defeated militarily by the US, and then they hid in the mountains and cities of Pakistan. Was it really that easy for them to do that? Are we that weak that we can allow anyone to hide in the mountains and our cities and we can let them go?
Yes, yes. No, we didn't let them go. We did act against them, and we succeeded in apprehending many of them, most of them. All the figures beyond number 2. Number 1 was Osama bin Laden, then Zawahiri, and then it was Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, who is under trial, and etc. Number 3 downwards, everyone was apprehended in Pakistan. But now your question, are we that weak that they can come into Pakistan? Yes, indeed, let me admit very frankly, unfortunately, our law enforcement is weak. Our law enforcement agencies are weak. But since we have, we can't put the entire blame on the law enforcement agencies, we have a porous border in the west. With Afghanistan, we have, by the way, easement rights. Easement rights means that there is no requirement of any documentation for an Afghan moving across the border into Pakistan, into the tribal agencies of Pakistan. These easement rights were given on partition since the British days they existed. So therefore, it's a porous border. And in a huge population of 180 million, there certainly is a lot of room for people hiding, entering and hiding. Even United States is unable to control Mexicans coming across the border, illegal immigrants coming into United States. So therefore, let's not be disheartened by that are we that weak? We are not weak, but yes, indeed, there are possibilities for people evading law and coming illegally into Pakistan. It's very much a possibility.
Joel Saab, according to the current perspective of people of Pakistan, they believe that you allowed drone strikes to take place in Pakistan. Is that true, sir?
I have umpteen number of times.
And secondly, did you allow the special forces and CIA to operate in Pakistan, Blackwater, CIA, FIA?
Umpteen number of times I have said, if this word Blackwater, 2008, go beyond before 2008, show me the word Blackwater in any newspaper or television before 2008. Show me this word. Has ever this Blackwater been used in any newspaper, anywhere? So therefore, anyone who is saying this is obviously politicizing this issue. Listen, I am not a man who cannot look into anyone's eyes and talk. I talk straight and I deal straight. Nobody took Pakistan for granted when I was there. I would not allow any Blackwater or anyone operating in Pakistan. Now, the issue of drone attacks. Yes, drone attacks took place, about 9 of them took place in 8 years. If I had allowed them, Al-Qaeda, Taliban were more initially when the whole horde came into Pakistan. There were no drone attacks, so I did not allow that. Now there are dozens happening almost every second day. So therefore, that is also a misperception being created for political gains. CIA, now the CIA operating. Yes, indeed, when the Al-Qaeda and Taliban came into Pakistan, intelligence is through three means. One is human intelligence, the other is technical intelligence through listening or seeing, and then aerial intelligence through drones who can fly at about 18,000 feet and see exactly what is happening day and night. Now, we didn't have technical and aerial means, so we relied on identifying militant targets through assistance from United States and the West. So therefore, there was intelligence sharing to identify, locate terrorists. We did that. But the action against a terrorist was entirely always by people of Pakistan, by Pakistan forces. We had created a force called SOTF, Special Operations Task Force, and we gave them night capabilities of heli-borne flying at night, operating at night. This SOTF still is there. So wherever we located a target, whether it was in our cities or in the mountains of the tribal agencies, action was by Pakistan forces. Not one foreign force intruded into Pakistan in our cities or in the mountains to take action where we identified targets. That was the situation in my time, and I am very proud of that.
Sir, apart from judiciary, was Lal Masjid, do you consider Lal Masjid operation as a mistake? Do you think you could have done better, you could have done something else, you had other options? Do you think it was a mistake?
First, no, I don't consider it a mistake. I am not one of those who would like to gain political leverage just by now because of any opposition to it, and that I start saying that it was a mistake. No, sir, it was not a mistake. Now, why? Let me justify. Firstly, what are the facts? We must know facts and then judge whether it was a mistake or a correct action. The fact was that in this Lal Masjid, there were 2,500 people and about 2,500 in Jamia Hafsa, women. Now, they were armed. They were armed and they had explosives. They had suicide bomb belts. They had taken weapons inside. There were weapons inside. Now, what did we do? And they were threatening, they challenging the government, writ of the government. In the heart of Islamabad, 1 kilometer from the diplomatic enclave, we were gaining our reputation we were almost, people were saying we are banana republic. We don't have any law. We cannot enforce laws. There is a government functioning within a government. Which government can allow this? But however, we didn't take action. We didn't take action for good about 4 to 6 months, I don't remember exactly, because we wanted to avoid casualties. We didn't want to kill hundreds or thousands of people. But therefore, we took all measures. We sent people from the Council of Islamic Ideology. We sent Wafaqul Madaris people. We sent religious leaders. We invited Imam Kaaba and requested him to request these people to surrender, come out, don't go on this, don't humiliate Pakistan. We even called Edi Saab and Bilkis Edi, his wife, went to the ladies and spoke to them. Please leave. We invited their parents of the ladies to take the girls away. We don't want anyone to suffer and suffer casualties. We did this for 4 months, 6 months, to the humiliation, my humiliation and the government's humiliation. We did that for the sake of avoiding casualties. But now, ultimately, when just about 100 people were left, they refused to come out in spite of all our insistence, and we knew that there are about a number of foreigners inside. We knew it very well because we had infiltrated our intelligence people inside. We knew that they are foreigners and we knew they have weapons. That is the time when we took action. And let me with full guarantee and assurance say not one woman, not one child was killed. Only one woman, let me correct, the mother of Ghazi Sahab, the Maulana Sahab, his mother, because she refused to come out. Otherwise, all women, the last batch of 11 women from Jamia Hafsa, with Hisam, the person in charge, the lady in charge, came out at about 11, 12 o'clock. But to my horror, in one of the television shows, I have seen it with my own eyes, this Hisam, saying that she was खून में मेरे कपड़े लथपथ थे जब मैं लड़कियों को उठाकर जख्मी मरते हुए को मैं उठाकर ले जा रही थी. शी इज टेलिंग लाइज. 11 बजे ये निकल गई थी, उस वक्त तो ऑपरेशन कोई हुआ ही नहीं था. तो कौन सी लड़की, कौन सी खातून, मुझे कोई एक औरत बता दे, एक ख़ानदान बता दे जो कह रहा हो कि हमारी लड़की वहाँ मारी गई है. कोई एक बता दें. डिग इन द ग्रेव जहाँ ये टोटल पीपल किल्ड वर 94, उसको कह देते हैं कई सौ हज़ार लोग मारे गए, औरतें मारी गई, बच्चे. नो, नॉट वन चाइल्ड, नॉट वन वुमन. इफ़ Hisam is as religious as she claims, if Maulana Ghazi Sahab today in charge there in Lal Masjid even today, let them hold the Quran on their head and let them declare that they are telling the truth when they say a woman or a child was killed there. If there are Muslims, if they believe in the Quran, if they believe Islam, let them do that. And I will do that with the Quran on my head, that there was no child, there was no woman, only 94 people were killed. So let us know what is facts and distortion. So after that, with 94 killed, yes indeed, उनकी बातें करते हैं. What about the 14 soldiers killed? What about the colonel who was शहीद हुआ है वहाँ? उसके बच्चे नहीं है, उसकी बीवी नहीं है, उसके माँ बाप नहीं है. वो उसने पाकिस्तान के खातिर अपनी जान कुर्बान कर दिया. उसको नहीं पूछते हो, तो उससे पूछ रहे हो जो दहशतगर्दी कर रहे हैं, जो मस्जिद के अंदर हथियार लेकर जाते हैं, मस्जिद के अंदर एक्सप्लोसिव लेकर जाते हैं, उनकी खैर खा हो और उसके खैर खा नहीं हो जो शहीद हुआ है, जो अपनी जान पे खेला है, अपने मुल्क के लिए जान दे दिया उसने. उसको मत पूछो. पूछो उससे जो टेररिज्म कर रहा है, जो मुल्क की बदनामी कर रहा है, जो इस्लाम की बदनामी कर रहा है. तो ये दिस इज माय आंसर. सॉरी फॉर बीइंग इमोशनल अबाउट इट.
सर